welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we will be painting a very loose style landscape using watercolors. I have mentioned all the materials that I have used in the description box below, so make sure you check them out. Alright, let's get started. Today I'll be using Truby premium watercolor tubes, so I will squeeze out each and every color on my palette. The set contains 12 tubes of watercolors measuring 50 ml each, and these are the colors which we have in our. This is my first time using these colors and I'm pretty impressed by the vibrancy as well as the consistency of these paints. They are very easy to re-wet, they are quite smooth, plus they are quite affordable. And overall, I also love the choice of the colors which we have in this set. Alright, so I've squeezed out almost all the colors. Once it is done, let's move on to the painting part. As always, we will first apply the masking tape on all sides of the paper before we start the sketching. Like always, sketching is quite simple. All you have to draw is tiny little mountains, leaving a very small gap for the sky. Once that is done, we will move on to painting the sky first. So we'll be using wet on wet technique. That's why I'm applying water on the sky part, and then I will mix my cadmium yellow and yellow ochre together, and I will start applying that from right to left. And then I will darken the right portion even more by using just yellow ochre. Once we have painted the sky, we will start painting the different layers of mountains. So here I'll be using different shades of greens and browns. I will use yellow ochre. I will also use mix of yellow ochre and green in some part, and some part I will even mix cobalt blue and ultramarine blue to make it even darker. So all you have to do is use different shades of greens to paint the different layers of mountains. I will also add dioxide purple to make it even more duller. So now all you have to do is experiment with different shades of green and just have fun painting different layers of mountains. One thing which you have to keep in mind is the mountains which are in the background would be a bit darker and duller, whereas as you come in the foreground you will have to paint them brighter and with lighter greens. Alright, so once we have painted the background mountains, I will start adding the tiny little trees on top of that. So for that I just took a small round brush and I took ultramarine blue and I just added tiny little dots on those mountains to make it look like there are small trees on that. Now we will move on to painting the foreground mountain. So we will have to paint them lighter. So to make it lighter, I just add the yellow color to my green to make it even more lighter, and I will start adding different shades of green on that mountain, and that way I will cover the whole area with different greens. The reason being we have to add different shades as to make it more like a ground and not a flat surface. Don't worry if you get different shades of green while you are painting. Just have fun and enjoy the process of painting with watercolors. So once I've added all the shades of green, now it's time to add the textures. So first I will take the yellow color and I will splatter that on the bottom. Same way I will splatter green, ultramarine blue and even darker green color, that is mix of blue and green. Once I've splattered the colors, I will take the spray bottle and spray it on top of the splatter. That way few of the splatters will spread and you will get a beautiful texture by the end. And I will also use my brush to make those splatter bleed a little. Now it's time to add the tiny little trees and bushes on top of those mountains. So here I'll switch to my smaller round brush and I will mix my greens, that is darker green and lighter green, and I will start adding the tiny little dots. I've attached the close up of what I'm doing right now so that you get an idea. You don't have to have the perfect shape of those trees and bushes. The more natural strokes, the more natural and appealing it will look. So don't worry about that. Just have fun with your strokes and with your brush. So this way I will cover whole of the mountain ranges with those small dots. Here I'm taking the yellow color and just adding that, as I wanted that portion to be a little lighter, so I am taking a very thick consistency of yellow and adding that, and then just taking the damp brush and blending it all together. The same way I will do it at the bottom as well, but this time instead of using yellow I will make a mix of yellow and green color and do the same. Now let's do the final few more touches, adding few more grasses and bushes and few more highlights with the white watercolor. Same way, adding few more highlights with the cobalt blue. So I will take a very thick consistency of blue and just add it on top of those bushes here and there. Same way I will do it with the yellow as well. And we are almost done with our painting. Lastly, I will add few more birds in the sky using a smaller liner brush from stationery. In case you wish to purchase the brushes, you can use the code Shreya7 to get some discount on those brushes. Same way, if you really like this paints and if you want to try, you can use the code Shrey to be to get 13% off on all their products. I will link everything in the description box, so make sure you check it out before you leave. And we are done with the painting. All you have to do is let your painting completely dry before you peel off your masking tape at an angle which is away from the paper so that you don't end up tearing it. And we are done. Now it's your turn to paint. I would love to see what you create. If you do, please don't forget to share it on Instagram. My handle is @artistshreya. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys really soon in the next video. Bye.